Straight out of East Blue. It's a One Piece manga review from Cool Guy for You. Alright, hello and welcome back, you salty sea dogs. Something tells me we're almost done with the manga reviews. No, I'm just kidding, that's just a joke. Probably better to say that at the end, but anyhow, we've had lots of decent talks so far. With just the first 10 chapters. So yeah, last time we left off, Zoro chopped up Buggy. Buggy wanting to get the fame of killing Zoro. And we were kind of going off on a spiel there. Some people just don't reach a level of satisfaction with A, B, C, or D. Some people pursue endless fame, endless money, gold, treasure, you name it, and they can never be satisfied. But anyhow, let's get back into it. Very sick. Zoro just chops Buggy up, dismembers him. Very good visuals there. So Buggy dead. Zoro easily got him. And in media, when the villain easily goes down, you pretty much know, oh, there has to be more to this. There has to be more to the story. And I think we will find that that's the case here. So with Buggy down, Zoro, they start chatting amongst themselves. Zoro gets distracted, and Zoro gets skewered from behind. Sick shot. This is a sick shot. He is just absolutely bloodied. The dismembered arm of Buggy stabs him right through. Oh, from behind. No honor as a swordsman or whatever the case. So he gets bloodied, even from the mouth. Nasty. That has got to be just nasty and so very painful. So very painful. You know that would be painful. Ooh. But anyhow, Zoro now knows. He now knows not to let his guard down here. The Bara section fruit is what Captain Buggy had eaten. The Bara fruit, the section fruit. Repairs the cuts. He reassembles himself, so he's a section man. He's essentially immune to the swords, immune to any blade, and that's just Zoro's thing, is the blades, the three sword style swordsman. So and then we have Nami kind of stunned seeing all this. She was of the perspective that the devil fruit was just mere myth. So Zoro knew before from the three pirates that he dealt with before. He knew that Buggy had gotten a devil fruit, but was completely careless, and that he forgot about that aspect to Buggy. And Nami faces all the more pressure with the current situation. Luffy caged up, Zoro bloodied, and total disadvantage against Buggy. Not good. She does not want there to be any deaths here. So she's not liking the the potential outcomes and their fates. She's dependent on them for the time being to make it out with all her goals intact. She could probably use them as a distraction. So, Luffy, him and his mouth, I'm telling you. Luffy calls out Buggy's cowardly attack, number one, and then calls out his big nose, Buggy's red clown nose. So, not good, not good. That's how you really irritate the villain. So he goes to attack Luffy with sword, dagger, whatever you want to call them. They probably have their own pirate names, sabers and this and that, whatever the case. I just like sticking to sword or dagger. So he attacks Luffy with his sword or dagger thing. In his rage, Luffy manages to grab it with his teeth. Good grief. Good grief. What a fighter. What a fighter he is. Not only grabs it with his teeth, breaks it. So, he's got a very good dentist or something. Very good tooth enamel. So now we find ourselves with Luffy completely caged up, tied up, thinking he can defeat Captain Buggy. I just really like the writing of the series. It's really, really good. I like the writing of it. But anyhow, Nami finds the situation absolutely hopeless. Hopeless, hopeless, hopeless. Luffy tied up, caged, Zoro down, injured, skewered. Total disadvantage. So, Luffy commands Zoro to just flee, run away, go, save yourself. And meanwhile, Nami, in the heat of the situation unfolding, Nami plots to escape. And then we get the Buggy Bara Bara cannon. He shoots off his arms to deal with Zoro. Zoro just bleeding like heck. Good grief. And then this bit, just unbelievable. So Zoro defends from the Buggy's levitating, dismembered arms that are armed with swords, blades, daggers, whatever you want to call them. Zoro, despite having been skewered in the abdomen, whatever the case, the side, he uplifts this dang huge, gotta be crazy heavy. Those suckers had to be heavy. He uplifts the sucker and turns it in the opposite direction. Unbelievable. And the injury is just spewing. It's just a sick shot there. Just wow. So then the baddies are terrorized that the cannon is aimed right at them. So that's one way to turn the tide. Just phenomenal strength and endurance of Zoro. Wow. Just always impressed at that. And the cannon is still loaded. And essentially it gets fired off. I think Nami lit it. So now with them dealt with, Nami gets confused with the pirate label here. Why Zoro and Luffy would be risking so much, gambling so much as a pirate. What is with my notes? What is with my notes? Sometimes my notes don't make sense. So the villains are still yet alive. Zoro, just, I don't know how. He uplifts this whole dang giant iron cage that Luffy's within upon his shoulder, and the blood is just spewing out of his wound. Oh my gosh. He doesn't care about the wound. My good gosh, just wow. So yeah, this leaves Nami just stunned at the level of sacrifice and endurance these guys have. What is with them? They're not your typical pirates. So they flee, and that bit of my notes. Okay, that makes more sense. I was wondering what it was about. So our trio flee, and then the buggy crew mentions that iron cage that Luffy's within, it took 5 dudes to carry it, to drag it onto the ship. Not carry, drag it. Therefore, you have Zoro being built up as a main character. You have him being hyped, him being built, him being propped up. It took 5 guys to carry the iron cage. Not carry. Move. Just move. Dragging it. They couldn't lift it. 5 of them. Zoro takes this whole sucker with Luffy within it on his shoulder. Not only that, but also while being having been skewered through the middle. Kind of towards the side, but still. Good grief. I mean, that... any sort of muscle type thing with a wound like that would just... I would imagine would hurt like heck. So, Zoro, wow. Just beast mode or something. Just wow. At the strength, endurance of Zoro. Wow. Really hyped him and put him over and propped him up as a character. And the cage key is said to have been stolen. So I can only imagine where that will connect to later. But anyhow, they take up a bit of a rest. Buggy is just all fury. And Buggy, at the end here of this chapter, essentially declares war. He declares war upon them, and he wants them captured and probably killed off, the trio. So that does it for this chapter. Something tells me we got a couple more to go. I like the hat. I like the hat as a thing to kind of tease. I'm going to be using... You'll see me with the hat with my reactions from episode 26 and onward. That'll be exciting, January 1st, to see what happens there. I'm hoping for the best. but you never know. Things might not pan out. But I hope to have these new kind of prop back pieces to block the view as part of my reactions next year, or even some this year if I sneak some in. Who knows? I was kind of hoping to finish off Fairy Tail, but it didn't pan out. Kind of want to take a break and work on other things. But yeah, the hat is for the reactions, and I'm always further with the reactions than the manga, so don't ever worry about that. I would not get spoiled by the manga before the anime. Definitely more of the anime type person than the manga, but nonetheless, we're reviewing the manga for fun. I think there's a few more to go. So, anyhow, on to chapter 11 next time. So thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more. I will see you up ahead. As always, take her cool.